My name is Taylor Boyd and I'm a junior at the Saline County Career Center. I conducted an interview with our instructional coach, Miss Jenna Gaudreau. Miss Gaudreau has a lot of preparation for her job. She has her bachelor's degree in elementary education. She also has her master's degree, her specialist, and she's currently working towards her doctorate. Miss Gaudreau has lots of experience in the classroom, and I think this helps her become a better teacher at teaching teachers. And she taught pre-K, first grade, 5th or 6th grade, and she's an instructional coach for 3 years now. She has learned as an instructional coach that she's a lifetime learner, and she's always learning. You never stop learning. She's a member of many professional organizations. She also believes in professional development and how much it helps teach others, because she applies it to helping others. The best thing about being an instructional coach is being able to see all the great, because if you're a teacher in your classroom, you're not able to see everything that's going on in your district, but she's able to see everything that's going on in the district. She's able to help new teachers grow and see how much they become from when they started teaching to where they are now. She's a strategy specialist. She does the Fab 14, and our district pushes the Fab 14. She's also eager to help teachers learn. Fab 14 have been adapted from Doug Lamove's book, Teach Like a Champion. Our district uses these to promote high expectations for teaching and learning. The first one is threshold. The key idea is threshold should always be accomplished in 2 things. You should establish a personal connection with your students, and you should reinforce your classroom expectations, especially when they're coming into the classroom. Number 2, 100%. There's only one acceptable percentage of students following directions, 100%. If you have less than 100%, your authority in the classroom is questionable. Number 3 is no opt-out. This means that a student might not be able to answer the question at first, but by the end they should be able to answer the question with the right answer, maybe by talking with a friend or looking it up in the book. And it's a method of eliminating the I don't know statement, because then if you continue to let them out of the question without saying the correct answer, then they're always going to use that. Number 4, cold call. This is a way to make sure students are engaged in the lesson and that everyone's paying attention. In our district, we like to use popsicle sticks. So you have like a cup, and then you have each student's name on the popsicle stick, and then everyone has to be thinking of the answer, because you're just going to call them randomly. Number 5 is tight transitions. This is a way to have a highly effective classroom, and you're eliminating transition time from activity to activity. Number 6 is slant. Slant is a good way to get the kids engaged and all on task at the same time. And it means to sit up, listen, ask and answer questions, nod the head, and track the speaker. Number 7 is right, and this is a way that we set the high standard of correctness in a room, and we do not praise the wrong answers, and we try to make sure everyone has the right answer. Number 8 is precise praise, and this is a very powerful tool in the classroom. According to Doug Lamove, it should happen 3 times more than criticism. Precise praise, we want specifics, not just good job, or you want to be specific on what they did good. Number 9 is clear learning goal. This is the ability to know to say what the students will know and what they'll be able to do because of the lesson they're learning. In our district, there's many ways to say your learning goals. In our high school, we use SWABAT, students will be able to, and we use Bloom's taxonomy to say those verbs to get higher level thinking. There's also others, the learner will, I can statements, today we will. And as an instructional coach, you'll have to learn what that principal wants in that building so that you can help the teachers better their learning objectives. Number 10 is task analysis. This is the ability to identify and sequence all the essential steps so that the students can master the learning goal. This is normally a 3-step process. So the first step is they have to establish the goal, what they want the student to learn overall. And then the second step is to list everything that they need to know to be able to achieve the goal. And then the third step is sequencing the steps in order to achieve it. Number 11 is congruency, and this is the teacher's ability to match all of the classroom activities and their lessons and what they're learning with the clear learning. Number 12 is diagnosis. This is when you check as a teacher to see what the students already know so you can see where you need to begin for your lesson. In our district, we have two types. We have a formal diagnosis, which is like the ACT or the DORA exam, and then the informal is like a pre-test and a post-test to see what you know and then what you learned. Number 13 is overt responsives. This is when the teacher checks for understanding in the middle of the lesson. They make sure everyone's engaged and that they're paying attention. Number 14 is mid-course correction. This is when the teacher stops what they're doing during the lesson to adapt to the students' learning needs. Forms of mid-course corrections are practice. This is providing like additional time to practice what you're learning so that more students can understand and get it better. Or the second one is reteaching. So if a lot of students are not getting it or not understanding, you can start over and try a different approach, but you need to do new activities and new ways of learning. During my time with Ms. Gaudreau, I learned that there's a lot of helpful qualities you need to be an instructional coach, and some of them are you need to have good time management skills because you have lots of things you need to get done. You need to be able to manage your time good. Don't procrastinate. This is a job where you have to get your stuff done. You can't just keep pushing it back. Set deadlines and emails and calls, and be comfortable talking with adults and helping them. You need to have good communication and set personal goals, and to be fair and consistent with the people you're working with.